This is insane. So we arrived at Kings Canyon. We're about to start the rim walk. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's 7.2 kilometers. It's supposed to be very difficult to begin with as you climb, and then relatively easy from there. It's a little bit drizzly, so I got my raincoat on. And yeah, fingers crossed we get some pretty good footage and shots of the walk. Some important instructions before you go. TV gives you information on the weather and what to expect. A little bit more information. Safety tips, very important. Make sure you look at this. So here's the information on the different walks that are available. We're doing the Kings Canyon Rim Walk. 3 to 4 hours and 6 kilometers. We've read online that they said that it'll take probably like 2 hours. So maybe that's just if you're really fat or you've got kids with you. So it's been raining all night. So the creek's pretty full of water. Nice little river crossing. Nothing too drastic. Or you can take the scenic route if you're worried about your shoes getting wet. Alright, so we're walking up the side of the cliff as the start of the trek. Just some information on the walk. And off we go to climb. A nice little photo spot halfway up. Let's keep going. Sensational views. Lots of warning signs about not jumping off the cliff. It makes a lot of sense. It's pretty steep. Just take your time getting up. But overall not too bad, especially if you've been doing Stepmaster every day at the gym. Makes it pretty easy. In case you get stuck or someone's having a heart attack, good to know that there's some stop points. So we're currently in Wataka National Park, and they're saying, based on this sign, that it's a 400 million year old canyon that was here since the beginning of time. And that's what we're walking through this morning. If you're lucky, you might get to see a baby kangaroo like this. So after the initial climb, there's a nice little flat bit and then another climb immediately, which is what we're about to start doing. So there's a little offshoot and we're heading to Cotterill's Lookout, and now we're about to cross. And also, look at this. Oh, crazy. The Kings Canyon was part of a central sea that was in Australia, and you can see all the ripples and the different creeks. Yeah, and the landscape on this walk is just sensational. So this whole valley here is called the Garden of Eden. Now I know I said I wouldn't take videos, but there's just way too much to see. So we are at the ends of the Garden of Eden walk, and there's this phenomenal pool. You can't swim in it, but it's still spectacular just to have a look. I touched the water, it's really warm, heaps of rainfall last night, so couldn't have a better time. There is also a track that goes right up and through the guts of the gorge that takes you to a lookout point with the waterfall. It is only a much shorter walk, only like 2 k's, and takes roughly an hour. That's, I guess, just a really good option if you're pressed for time, or you're not good with climbing up and down rocks and not willing to commit, or if it's an extremely hot day, I suppose that's another option. If you want to see the gorge in all of its glory, it's just another great way to do that. So that concludes the Kings Canyon walking track around the rim. 7.2 kilometers, took us roughly 3 hours, just under that actually. Definitely my favorite hiking track pretty much in Australia. This is the second time I've done it, and it is just spectacular. Really good walking, lots of rocks, lots of, like, I guess heavy on the foot, but yeah, highly recommended. If you get a chance, do it, even though it's in the middle of nowhere. All right, see you on the next hiking video.